And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Outside Irving. Pass to LeBron. Puts up a three. Blocked. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Price. Outside Pippen. Gilmore. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Outside Irving. Doherty. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Cavaliers on D. Outside Rose. Backing down is Pippen. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Now here's Rose. Gilmore uses the glass to finish the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
There's the pick. Price outside. Now here's LeBron. Here's Doherty. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And Chicago has possession. Pass to Jordan. He's covered by Irving. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Pass to Pippen. Back to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Rose. And he lobs it up with the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through. The Cavaliers trailing. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Pippen. Banked in off the glass.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Here's Price. Outside Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. LeBron outside. Sinks the triple.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Jordan with it. Jordan with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Right side, Pippen. 5 to shoot. Outside Rose. The 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And here's Price. Pass to Irving. They set the pick. Back to Price. This one for three. Another three for Cleveland.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Rose. Pass to Pippen. Now Jordan. Here's Rose. Again, Chicago. Price with the ball. Outside Irving. And Doherty backs down. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. He's got 6. Chicago trailing here. Outside Rose. They set the screen. Outside Jordan. Shot clock at 6. He's covered by Irving. Jordan inside. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Price outside. But they recover it. Ilgauskas. And they're pushing it up. Now here's Rose.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Pass to LeBron. To the paint. Doherty. Back to LeBron. Price outside. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. He's got 6.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Back to Rodman. Off the pick. That's good on the jump shot. And the Cavaliers call time here. And the Cavaliers with possession here. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Price. Clock at 6. Left side Price. Left side Price. Tries again. No luck. Now here's Rose. The dive for the ball. Here's Rodman. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
LeBron outside. Price outside. Pass to LeBron. Now Doherty. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Bulls making a change here. Here's Pippen. There's a screen. Left side Pippen. Makes it off the glass.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Back to LeBron. Price. Pass to Doherty. Love outside. And here's Price. And that one's good. Price. Now Rose. Right side Rose. Back to Pippen. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He has 6.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Price outside. LeBron outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Here is Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Here's Sloan. Six to shoot. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
Here's Harper. Pass to Verjao. Here's Free. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Back to Butler. Sloan. Pass to Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Now here's Love. Lets it go from the wing. Noah in the post. And that one's good by Noah.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Wallace with it. Nance with it. Misses off the left iron. Here is Armstrong. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's the screen. Love outside. From downtown. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Harper. Love outside. Pass to Harper. Here's Free. Here's Free. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. That drops.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Here is Armstrong. Back to Butler. Outside Butler. Pass to Armstrong. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Cavaliers leading. Here's Harper. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Back to Love. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And here comes Armstrong. There's a good screen. Back to Love. Sloan. Throws it up high. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's Harper. Back to Love. Pass to Nance. Defended by Butler. From in close. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher, he needs more than one guy to defend him.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one? Here's Sloan. Pass to Armstrong. Now here's Butler. With the teardrop. And he lays it up and in.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Verjao with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now, here's Russell. He And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The Bulls making a switch here. Chicago trailing here. Here is Armstrong. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Sloan. There's the triple. And that is good. 5 points in the game.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Here's Free. Pass to Russell. It's rebounded by Noah. And here are the Bulls now. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. That gives them the lead. Here is Carr. Pass to Free. Shot clock at 5. Defender touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Now Dang. Here is Armstrong. There's the screen. Here's Sloan. He has 7. Fires the 3. Verejao grabs the board.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quick. And he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
Here is Armstrong. Pass to Kukoc. Again, Chicago.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here is Carr. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Love outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Blocked. Here's Free. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, took the opportunity when he saw it. He has 5.
Superb assist there. Played the role of the maestro on half.
Here is Armstrong. And here's Kukoc. Pass to Noah. And the layup's good off the glass. Timeout called the Cavaliers. The Bulls making a switch here. Here comes Price. 9 points in the game so far. Price, right side. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Pass to Rose. Lays up the pick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And something else he's able to do that very few players can is change his shot as he's in the air without it affecting his accuracy. I mean, that's a unique skill, and it really helps him make buckets against tight defense.
Soft touch off the glass. 6 points for him. Now, here's Price. Here is Carr. Pass to Russell. Poke loose. And here's Price. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Here's Rose. 6 points for him. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
LeBron outside. Pass to Price. Now, here is Russell. Count the bucket. He's got 7.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Back to Rose. Jordan with it. Jordan inside. And it's good.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Here is Carr. Back to LeBron. Price. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Now Rose. 8 points for him. Pass to Jordan. Backs him down. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Now Price. Five on the clock, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Chicago trailing here. Rose with the ball. And he gets it to go. 10 points for him.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Ilgauskas. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Jordan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 on the shot clock. Now Irving. Back to Doherty. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Now the Bulls with it. Trailing by 4. And here is Rodman. He's got 6. Outside Pippen. Pass to Jordan. Pippen. Knocks down the 3 ball. 9 points in the game so far.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Ron right side. Now Irving. Another shot. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Well, it's obvious. The difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
Here's Jordan. Pass to Rose. And here's Pippen. Left side Pippen. And he gets it to go. 11 points in the game. The Cavaliers leading. Now here's Doherty. And here is LeBron. Floats one up. They get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
Outside Rose. Back to Pippen. Gilmore. Clock at 6. Outside Pippen. Takes a 3. And the Bulls another 3.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
There's the pick. Here's Irving. Doherty. Working on Rodman. The jump hook. Doherty with the bucket. 12 points for him. Now here's Rose. He's got 10. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And stolen by Price. Pass to LeBron. Cams the 12-footer. He has 7.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
Now here's Pippen. He's got 14. Right side, Jordan. 11 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Pass to LeBron. Inside. Shoots. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Outside Rose. Over Price. And the basket by Rose. 12 points for him.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Irving with the ball. And he gets it to go.
That's a very good high-percentage look right there.
Outside Pippen. Launches a 3. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very... Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What can you say? Scottie Pippen, an impressive effort here today. And Chicago has possession. 4-point game. Backing down is Jordan. There's the bucket. Good. Here comes Irving. Pass to Price. Now here's Doherty. Tries to save it. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Now here's Price. Just 5 to shoot. And Doherty backs down. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Pass to Jordan. He's covered by Irving. And it's Price with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Second half rolling along now. About to play here. And LeBron throws it down. Chicago trailing here. Now Rose. Gilmore. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. And the Cavaliers call time here. Here's LeBron. 9 points in the game so far. Knocks it loose. Pippen with the steal. Right side, Pippen. Sinks that one from the post. 16 points for him.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Outside Irving. Stolen by Rose. Pass to Jordan. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. No good. That would have tied it. Price outside. Here's Doherty. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all three of their shot attempts.
Here's Rose. Rodman with the ball. Good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Price with the ball. 13 points in the game. Oh, that's blocked. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Back to Irving. Off target from three-point range. Here's Jordan. They set the pick. Pass to Rose. Left side Rose. Outside Pippen. Outside Jordan. 6 to shoot. For the lead. Can't get it to go. And here's Price. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now Irving. Pass to LeBron. Back to Irving. On deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Now here's Jordan. Outside Rose. Back to Jordan. Here's Pippen. Fires the three. Doherty grabs the board. And here are the Cavaliers. Now Price. 13 points in the game. To end the drought. Rodman grabs the miss. Jordan with it. Pass to Rose. Pippen with it. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. LeBron outside. LeBron right side. Irving. There's the pick. Price with the ball. And that one's good. Price.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Outside Rose to the inside, and he gets it to go. 10 points for him.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Price. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. Here's Irving. Price outside. Price right side. Back to Irving. Pass to Price. 5 on the clock. Here's Doherty. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. He doesn't get the second one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Back to Butler. Here's Sloan. Lets the three fly. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
Pass to Doherty. Back to Love. Fires from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Now Love. And Love backs in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Pass to Harper. Love outside. Nance with it. Back to Love. Here's Harper. Three-pointer. And he gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Now here's Rose. And here's Rose. He's got 12. Sloan. Back to Rose. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Free. Love outside. Pass to Harper. Here's Free. And here's Nance. Shot clock at 6. The layup missed. Here is Love. Now here's Rose. Here's Sloan. Back to Rose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And the Bulls making a change here. Shot clock at 2. Off the inbound pass. Armstrong gets the bucket.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Here's Free. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Here's Sloan. 10 points for him. Back to Butler. Here's Sloan. Gives him the lead pass. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Harper. Pass to Love. Here's Harper. Back to Love. Left side, Love. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. 10 points for him. Here is Armstrong. And here's Love. And he gets the bucket.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
Pass to Harper. Now here's Nance. Defended by Butler. Off the screen. Here's Verjao. Drops in the layup for 2.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Here is Armstrong. Back to Butler. Here's Sloan. Plenty of space. And it's rebounded by Anderson Verjao.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Free. Love outside. Another 3 for Cleveland. Chicago trailing here. Here's Sloan. And it's rebounded by Anderson Verjao.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
Here's Harper. Pass to Free. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Here's Sloan. Here's Sloan. Looking to end the run. Tipped away. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Cavaliers on top. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Harper. Here is Carr. Pass to Russell. Here's Harper. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Nance. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
I'll tell you what else I like is his attacking mindset too, Steve. No matter where he is on the court, when he gets possession, he will turn it up and turn it on and run out. Most of the time, he doesn't stop until he's laid the ball in the hoop.
There's the steal. Here is Carr. Pass to Harper. 6 to shoot. Carr. There's the 3. Shot is no good. Now Rose. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Shot's good. Cavaliers leading. Here's Harper. Pass to Russell. And that one's good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Rose with the ball. Here's the screen. Now here's Dang. Back to Rose. Outside Butler. A fader. The Cavaliers pull it in.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here is Carr. Here is Carr. Nance, right side. Joakim Noah grabs the miss.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Outside Rose. Back to Noah. Now here's Kukoc. For the 3. And the Bulls get it back. Back to Noah. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Nance. Here is Carr. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Russell. Offline with his 3. Here's Noah. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Up top, Kukoc with the shot. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Back to Love. Pass to Harper. Here is Carr. And here's Russell. Clock at 6. Nance outside. Expanding his range. No good.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Outside Rose. Now Noah. Pass to Kukoc. And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers with possession here. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Harper. Russell. Here's Harper. Here is Carr. Just 3 to shoot. Harper slams it back in. And here is Butler. Outside Rose. Pass to Kukoc. Shot clock at 5. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Here's Pippen. And it's all evened up. He's got 19.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Irving with the ball. Pass to LeBron. LeBron right side. Lays it up and banks it in.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
And here's Rose. Right side Rose. And he banks in the layup. Now here's LeBron. Pass to Price. Moves back up. Jordy, no luck. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Now LeBron. Pass to Price. Back to LeBron. Price outside. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. 20 points for him. Chicago trailing here. Rose with the ball. Cavaliers with the rebound. Here's Price. LeBron outside for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland. Here's Pippen. Outside Butler. Pass to Rodman. Butler. Outside Pippen. Back to Rose. He lobs it out. Now Irving. Oh, trying for it. They retain possession. And here's Rose. Outside Butler. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Pass to Jordan. Now Pippen. 6 to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Jordy grabs the board. Cavaliers leading. Now here's LeBron. Outside Irving. Left side Price. Left side Price. And yes sir, that one drops. He's got 22. Now Pippen. Outside Jordan. Left side Jordan. That's good.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Back to LeBron. Knocked away. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Timeout called the Cavaliers. Price with the ball. Outside Irving. 5 to shoot. Fires from the line. That is good. Rose with the ball. set the pick. Pippen with the lead pass. And that one's good by Rodman.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
LeBron up top. LeBron outside. Price. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Rose. He's covered by Irving. Michael Jordan on the wing. Just fine on the clock. Here's Pippen. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's LeBron. Price outside. They set the screen. Pass to Irving. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now Jordan. Back to Rose. Right side Rose. Now here's Pippen. Always going up to the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Clark, plenty of drama in this one so far.
And I would not be surprised if it goes right down to the buzzer.
Outside Irving. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Pass to Irving. Doherty with the ball. 13 feet away. Here's Doherty. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here's Pippen. Here's Rose. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Gets the first, Nick. Good as he hits both of his shots.
What a clutch performance. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to LeBron. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Doherty in the post. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that... And he hits both free throws here. So now...
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Chicago calls timeout. Guys, your thoughts? Here's Pippen, sinks it, and what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And here's Price, and he just got the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that... And so he drops them both.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Chicago calls timeout. Fellas, what's your take? Pass to Pippen. This will tie it. Oh, yeah, chance there to send it to overtime, but they come out empty-handed. So it's a narrow win.